Hey y'all, this is Joe and
Gail.
and uh, we're out here. This video I already did my walk around and everything, so I thought I'd sit down and have a chat with you. First off, I got my laptop back. It needed a fan, and it didn't hurt anything else, fortunately. And I wanted to say, I looked on YouTube, found a couple videos of how to change the fan out in one of the HP Envies, and they were excellent videos, very detailed. They were so good, in fact, that it let me know I wasn't going to try to tackle that one. I'll take it in and have it done. There was like 60 screws that had to be taken out. The entire thing had to be taken apart. So I'd let somebody who does it for a living do it. But I was, willing to try it if I could find the YouTube video. So that turned out to be a little $60 fix, and I was real happy about that. So that's working again. Winter set in. I think I mentioned on my walk around, we're not going to be getting to do a whole lot out here as far as working on the cabin goes. We might get buy some insulation and maybe spend a day out here doing some insulation. If the weather holds out, we'd like to come rent that brush hog thing again for the weekend, and maybe come out here and I'll camp out in the cabin that night. And work all weekend with the brush hog and finish up what we wanted to do here. If the weather works, if I don't have to work, and if we have the money. If those three things all fall into place, then, we'll be good. The lack of videos I've been doing, I got transferred at work to another building, and my hours where I was working before, I went in at 6 in the morning, I got off at 2, which left me all afternoon. And especially I could come out here after work and do videos and stuff like that. Well, now my hours have changed to 8:30 to 5 o'clock, which is ridiculous. I got to work on getting that changed. But it's all new stuff that I'm doing, so that's kind of neat. And I wound up having to work all day yesterday. But, there will be more opportunity for overtime for me. Gail doesn't have to do all the overtime now. There'll be more opportunity for me to pick up some hours. Maybe help pay for some stuff, and we got a lot of work we got to do at the house in Wheeling. So, that's why there's been the lack of videos coming up. By the time I get home, it's dark. I barely get to see the chickens. And as soon as I walk in the house, now I'm getting attacked because the dogs have gotten used to 5 o'clock being feeding time. So as soon as I walk in, they're like beating me to death because they're hungry. What else, dear? Anything else new and exciting? And
No.
Just the same, with winter, it's dreary. The one thing I do plan on doing now that the colder weather is here, my friend Gary, who helped with this, we're going to do some bushcraft type camping videos out here during the winter. So I'll get to, do some of that stuff when I'm not working on this. We both wanted to do it this weekend, but I got stuck having to work overtime yesterday. And so we had to blow that one off. We'll see when it slows down. Other than that, that's about it. I'll let you see the video walking around, checking out the place. And when we get a chance to make another video, we'll sure do it for you. But this is Joe. Enjoy the tour around the property.
plenty of food still, I guess.
Yeah. Hey everybody, this is Joe and Gail out here at St. Bernard Acres. This is Sunday.
Yes.
Had to work yesterday all day. It feels like a Saturday. Sunday, November 12th. We haven't been out here for a couple weeks because we've had nothing but rain and wind and cold. So we decided to come out and check things out and make sure everything is still here. And it is. Everything's still standing. The paper, just a little bit of it came off because there were some horrendous rains out here. And wind. But I'd say winter is here. Because it's at its ugly stage now. And before you ask, that's the old farmhouse that was on this property. My neighbor, who has that cabin way back there. I can't see if you can see, yeah, right there. He bought that half of the property that has the old farmhouse on it. I bought this half, which has the barn on it. So that is not mine. That's not fixable. That's the one that's haunted that Nick and I did a video in one night. Shot some video inside it, doing our ghost hunting. But the shower is still standing. Thank God. I'll just take you for a walk around while we check everything out. Make sure everything's still in the barn. Nobody was in the cabin. And nobody was in the upper part of the barn because I opened it up. Oh, looks like Bobby's been up here with his kids. Running through here on the four-wheelers. We don't mind if Bobby and the kids ride around here on the four-wheelers. They keep an eye on the place when they're here, and we check on his place when we're here. Or they come over here when they're here. We go over there when we're here. Just check on each other's stuff. Hopefully, if we get in a couple of weeks, weather like in the 50s, like it's supposed to be today, I can rent that brush hog again for the weekend and come out here and take a whole lot more of this stuff down. So that's what we're hoping for. Because I can finish up a lot of this area through here. Clear out more of the second level where the fruit orchard's going to be. And I want to use it on all of that. Start getting all that cleared out. Let's go look at the barn and make sure we got everything. And yes, it's still a mess. But nothing's been taken. Nothing's been disturbed. Gail said she saw, yep, there's some footprints, but if they went up those steps, number one, they'd be pretty brave, but everything's sealed up there. They're not going to be able to get up there. And those may have been mine or Gary's from last weekend. They come over here. Yeah, those may have been ours. So I'm not too worried about it. Nothing's disturbed. Whew. But this is where the brush hog will get a lot more use. If I can sneak it out here one weekend. Well, these moles or whatever they are called have been working overtime. The ground's all soft where their tunnels are. But I got a bunch more clearing to do down there. Back over in this area, all this needs to come down now. And I can work more on this slope over here. And around. This side, I want to just basically take it along the tree line across here. Probably not, you're not going to be able to see much of that. But I just want to clear it back to, you know, you see where that barrel is. And that tree, there's a tree line that goes all the way out to the road. So everything to the left of that I want to clear out and take the brush hog through. That'll be nice when all this is cleared out. It's going to add quite a bit of space, quite a bit of yard space. There's my Idaho state flag that I got to do a video on. But actually, the sun's not out, and it's not quite so bright. You can actually kind of see it. And it's lower than my U.S. flag. But I've got ladders here that I've got to take back in because we're working inside the house in Wheeling. All my ladders are out here, so we get to take them in. But I don't see much more work happening out here. Not much more on the cabin until springtime. I mean, we might get to come out here and insulate it. Do some work on the inside, but not a lot. Depending on how the winter is going to be. And we'll go from that. No promises. But I'm glad we got to come out here finally. Supposed to be sunny. I mean, it was sunny the drive out here all the way. And now the clouds have taken over. But we actually see some blue sky. But I hope y'all enjoyed this little walk around with me while I checked on things and told you a little bit about what I want to do. This is Joe out here at St. Bernard Acres. I'm out.